worship committee you will hear from include Dinah Rowe, our church treasurer, and our music producer, coordinator, Alec Peck. We welcome you to join us this morning with an open mind and an open heart, and with muted electronic devices, please. We invite you to leave your worries and defenses at the door and trust that what happens in worship is inspiring and powerful. Together, we affirm that this day and our being together can make each of us braver, more compassionate, and wiser as we begin a new day and a new week. Although our doors are open, the pandemic is not over. So while we are here, please keep your masks on and socially distance. We can speak in normal tones, but singing or chanting creates an increased risk of airborne exposure. So we ask you to refrain for the time being. We invite those of you in the sanctuary to sit back and enjoy listening to the songs. For those of you at home, sing your hearts out. And now I invite you to sit back and take a slow, deep breath as we move into the worship hour. For our call to worship, you are welcome to read with me the mission statement of our church. Our mission is to foster a diverse religious community that celebrates life, affirms the individual, encourages spiritual growth, and works to advance social justice and environmental sustainability. This morning, we are pleased to welcome UUCR member Pat Cawunder. Pat began her relationship with UUCR by attending Joanne Anderson's weekly Tai Chi class in the parish hall beginning in 1985. In the mid-90s, she joined UUCR and loved the community. She has been treasurer and taught in religious education. She is currently a board member, head of Women's Federation, and holds a weekly meditation group and organizes the monthly supper club. Her education includes a BA and MS in mathematics and a PhD in clinical psychology. She worked as a licensed clinical psychologist at Patton State Hospital for 24 years and retired in 2009. Pat says, many of you have told me that you want to meditate because you believe the massive research that shows that meditation makes your brain work better, faster, with more clarity and more focus. But when you try, your experience could be or has been a failure. I want to help by teaching you how to meditate. We have two lightings of sacred flames. The first one is the occupied Indigenous Peoples Remembrance Candle. The second is the lighting of our own chalice, the symbol of our faith. We walk upon the traditional territories of diverse and sovereign peoples, the original people of this land, who continue to cry out for justice and self-determination. This spot we occupy was first the sacred space of several groups of California Indians, including the Cahuilla, the Cupeño, and the Serrano. We, the Universalist Unitarian Church of Riverside, light this sacred flame as the stewards of this sacred and holy place. We are blessed with a space and opportunity to strive to live out our common principles, to bring justice, equity, and compassion into our daily lives, to resist all that threatens the earth and her people, and to be part of a world community with peace, liberty, and justice for all. Let these thoughts carry us forth as we journey and worship together. Our chalice lighting today is by John Morgan. In the end, it won't matter how much we have, but how generously we have given. It won't matter how much we know, but rather how well we live. And it won't matter how much we believe, but how deeply we love. Our opening hymn this morning is Come Through the Arbor. For those in the sanctuary, please sit back and enjoy the hymn. But please, we ask you not to sing along. Thank you. Thank you, Tinka. Yes.
No.
Greeting our guests. We have a tradition here at UUCR. We like to welcome those who are visitors or perhaps returning after some time away. But we know it can be uncomfortable to stand up and speak in front of others, and we won't ask you to do something we wouldn't do ourselves. So I'm going to choose some unsuspecting soul or willing volunteer who has been here a while to tell us your name and how you first found out about our church. We ask that you hold the mic close to your face and speak into it directly so that everyone can hear clearly. So, do we have any volunteers? Okay, so I'm going to choose Martha. Martha?
Good morning. It's wonderful to see everybody and all of you out in TV land. You can me, haha. Yeah, it's delightful to be here. I look forward to seeing everyone at the congregational meeting afterwards, and I hear there's food, and so that makes it worth your time too. So I'll see you out in the parish hall.
Thank you, Martha. So that's how it's done. If you are new here or new again, please stand or raise your hand and Bill will come around with the mic.
My name is Megan, and I just recently moved back to the area after a while. And this is my first time back in a few years, and I'm really interested in your guys' emphasis on social justice. So
Thank you, Megan. If there's someone online who would like to introduce themselves, please raise your hand and Adam will call on you. And Adam, while we're there, could you let us know who is attending on Zoom today? I'm sorry, I can't hear you, Adam. I'm sorry, I can't hear you. Okay. Bonnie Tyler. John Longfield. Len and Margaret Johnson. Thank you for joining us. Okay. For new guests, our visitors book is in the parish hall. So please, before you leave, make sure you write your name so that we can let you know about upcoming events. For those online, the best way to get added to the mailing list is to email the church office at admin@uuchurchofriverside.org. And now Alec Peck will come up and give us the announcements.
Thank you, Grace. Good morning. My name is Alec, and there are a few announcements I'd like to share with you today. During our service, we're going to mention several websites, email addresses, and phone numbers, other forms of contact information. At the end of the service, we're going to leave up a slide briefly with all of this information, which is also available on our website if you miss it while we say it during the service. After the service, chat time provides us an opportunity to speak amongst ourselves, usually starting with the topics of the service, and then moving on to whatever we feel takes our interest that day. It'll be held on Zoom at 11:45, and there we will make accommodations here in the sanctuary. Usually we'll be here behind the pulpit to meet for chat time, but otherwise you can speak with myself or another member of the worship committee to make arrangements. And otherwise, to participate on Zoom, you will need a separate Zoom link from the one that this service is held on, which is available on our website, which is uuchurchofriverside.org, and use the Zoom chat time link. Thank you for your patience while we're figuring this out. Another quick couple announcements that are not listed on the slides. We do have lunch, as Martha was kind enough to remind us. Lunch is going to be served in the parish hall immediately following the service. And after lunch, the congressional meeting will be today at 1 o'clock here in the sanctuary. Our next hymn is not Spirit of Life. Our next hymn is going to be Rain of Blessings by Dima Pramal.
Rain of blessing pouring down, kiss the earth and this holy ground. blessings, our sacrament. Rain of blessings, sing a wild song. Mighty God of thunder, beat your heavenly drum. Beat the drum of mercy, the drum of forgiveness. Beat the drum of compassion, bearing witness. Rain of blessing pouring down. Kiss the earth and this holy ground. Holy water, holy water, heaven sent, heaven sent. Rain of blessings, rain of blessing, our sacrament. Rain of blessing, rain of blessing, pouring down. Kiss the earth and this holy ground.
Kundalini Yoga, healing mantra Ramadasa, Sa Se Soham, Ramadasa, Sa Se Soham. Ramadasa, Sa Se Soham, Ramadasa, Sa Se Soham, Ramadasa, Sa Se Soham, Ramadasa, Sa Se Soham,
Pouring
Sa
down,
Se Soham.
kiss the earth and this holy ground. Beat the drum of mercy, beat the drum of forgiveness. The drum of mercy, bearing witness. Rain of blessing, pouring down. Kiss the earth and this holy ground. Rain of blessings, water, holy water. Bless the mother, protect the daughter. Bless all creatures, great and small. Rain of blessings, God help us all.
Treasurer Dinah Rowe, who will come to speak to us about sharing our treasure. Thank you, Dinah.
Sorry, that's all right. Good morning. Good to see you all here. Thank you, Charles. This portion of our service is how we support our church with your giving. The church, as you know, our church expenses are ongoing. Stater cards are available, and we get a good rebate from staters for those cards that we have with us. I have them each Sunday with me. Reminder, we are having a lunch today. It's been provided by Women's Fed. And the donations that you would like to give for lunch go back to Women's Fed organization. Thank you. Would our ushers come forward? Couple volunteers for ushers.
From you I receive, to you I give. Together we share from this we live. From you I receive, to you I give. Together we share from this we live. From you I receive.
Thank you, Tinka. Now I would like to introduce Pat Cawunder, speaking to us on fail-proof meditation.
Good morning. I'm delighted to be here and delighted to teach you all about meditation. Many of you have said that you believe the research, which is terrific, about how meditation improves the brain. it actually changes the physical structure areas like the corpus callosum and the amygdala, which I'm sure you all want to hear about. All those things get more effective. They get thicker, which means they work better. With just 5 minutes of meditation for 8 weeks. This is a study that has been repeated over and over. And it's just astonishing that meditation it's almost like magic. Anyway, but people say, well, I failed. I tried and I can't do it. And what I want to tell you, I want to invite you to consider that you can't fail at meditation the way I teach it. There are different kinds, of course. The kind that I teach is the kind the research is based on. Its formal name is mindfulness meditation, but we don't need to know that. What we need to know is how simple it is. First of all, I invite you to open your mind, because this is a little bit, meditation is out of Asian countries mostly, and it's a little bit different than our culture. It's, first of all, take a deep breath and relax. I love that you're all paying attention, but seriously, this is a relaxing event. This is supposed to be easy. So in meditation, you close your eyes. If you want, you can think about your straight spine, but the research is iffy on that. And it's not altogether clear that a straight spine makes a difference. But what does make a difference, you choose a focus before you begin to meditate. Many people use the breath because your breath is always with you. And it's easy just to pay attention to your breath. Is it going in? Is it going out? Is your lung expanding? Can you feel it down in your chest? Just pay attention to your breath. That's easy, right? That's not hard. And then you'll have thoughts. Your mind will wander naturally. And when that happens, you gently return your attention to the breath. Okay, but you can use anything. I'm going to try an experiment today using music, because the music is ever present, I think, if there's music playing, and I think that'll give you a better experience. Well, we'll try, we'll see what happens. So all you do when you meditate is you sit quietly with your eyes closed for however long you've decided to meditate, and you pay attention to whatever you've chosen to focus. Let's say it's the breath. So you sit, you close your eyes, and you're paying attention to your breath. Okay, I'm inhaling, I'm exhaling. Oh, your mind goes. And that's natural. That's what your mind does. That's not bad. So you return, when you become aware of it, you may not become aware of it for a little while. If it was something that was upsetting, you may take a few minutes before you remember, oops, I'm meditating here, okay? Don't do oops. You're supposed to return to the breath with grandmotherly kindness. You haven't done anything wrong. This is natural. It turns out you return to the focus 1,000,000 times. And that's meditation. That's the only action you take. You do keep yourself quiet. You try not to fidget to disturb your neighbors, but that's it. That's all you do. You just return your attention to the focus. So when we're using the music, you just pay attention to the music. Just listen to it. People use mantras, people use all kinds of things, but all you do is turn your attention to the focus. And you do that when you're aware of it. Now, as a psychologist, I want to have a theory about what meditation does. And what I think happens if you meditate daily, which of course is recommended, all the emotional events, especially the negative emotional events that happened since your last meditation, excuse me, will sort of you know what, let me get a drink. All the events will sort of come up. And you think about, your boss yelled at you, or you made a mistake or something that upset you. and you'll think about it, and then you'll remember, oops, I'm meditating, and you'll grandmotherly kindness go back to the breath or the focus. And that's it. And you go through all the things that happened since the last time you meditated, and you sort of put them all away. And if something really, excuse me, if something really upsetting happened, then it may take you a while. But that's meditation. As Linda told us last week, you get what you get when you meditate. Now, it would be wonderful if we could all go into that bliss state that people talk about with meditation. I've experienced it a few times, but I've experienced it when I was on a 14-day silent retreat in the Zen Center up at Mount Baldy, and we were meditating, 6 hours a day. That's the kind of basis for having a bliss experience. A bliss experience is like none other. It's really fabulous. But and some meditation teachers know how to support your having a bliss experience. My teacher up at Mount Baldy, there would be 40 people in a class, and roughly at least half would have that kind of experience over the 2-week silent retreat. But that's not the goal. And when it happens, it's of course wonderful, but that's, then you do the dishes. I mean, it's ordinary. It's just, you just go ahead and do your normal life. But if you wanted a goal, go on one of those meditation retreats and have that kind of experience, because for many people, it's life-changing. Bliss is a nice thing, it really is. Okay, so let me think what else. So that's all you do. So the first thing we're gonna do is just 1 minute meditation period, okay? So I'm gonna ask you to close your eyes and get comfortable and choose something to focus on. I recommend the breath because it's there, but you can choose anything you want. If you have something that you've used in the past, you may want to stay with that, okay? And we're gonna meditate for 1 minute. And I'm gonna ring, these are tingsha, these are from Thailand, and they make a pretty sound, and I'll play it at the beginning and at the end. Okay, here we go. Okay, that was 1 minute. Was anybody able to attend to whatever they chose to focus on? Show of hands, anybody able to focus? Good, okay. Did anybody have a thought? There, that's good meditation, great. That's what you're supposed to do. And were you able to turn your attention back to the focus? See how easy that was? That's meditation. And it's 1,000,000 times. There's no magic. It's just, that's what you do. That's the only action. You don't have to try to calm your mind, try to suppress thoughts, try to hang on to the focus. None of that, because it doesn't work. The thing to do is just focus, just pay attention to whatever you've chosen as the focus. And when you become aware that you're not doing it anymore, then you gently turn your mind back. That's it. Any questions? Okay, now we're going to do it for 3 minutes. This is going to be really long, I think. Okay, that was 3 minutes. Was anybody able to focus on to attend to what they were focusing on? People able to attend to that? And did anybody have any thoughts? Any thoughts? Yeah. Were you able to turn your mind back to the focus? Yay. That's meditation. That's it. I want to talk about, well, one of the things that's really crucial is that you meditate daily or almost daily. Now, there are times you're going to miss, that just happens. But if you get in the habit, because it's only 5 minutes that's needed, many people find if they start doing 5 minutes a day, after a few weeks, they find the time to make it longer because it's good. It feels good. How about today? Anybody have any sense of quiet or peace or nice experience with this? Good, yes, yeah. Yeah, meditation is, it's never supposed to hurt. It's not. And you're never supposed to feel like you failed. That's just, you can't fail. What you can do, what you get is what you get, when you do it. And if you're in chaos in your life right now, trust me, you're not gonna have a peaceful experience. You're gonna be returning to the focus all the time, but that's good because that's the only way I know of to clear your mind is to go through that process. And it really does work. It's just a matter of doing it. So I invite you to try and do it daily to really reinforce that. Another thing I wanted to talk about is there's a concept called metta or loving kindness with meditation. And when I'm on a retreat up at Mount Baldy, our teacher will introduce after the third or fourth day when everybody's pretty chill, the experience of loving kindness. And the way he does it, it's very skillful. He'll begin by saying, remember somebody who really loved you, somebody who loved you unconditionally, and how that made you feel. And focus on that and think about sending that back to that person, sending the love you got back to them, the loving kindness from your heart back to them. And you do that for a few minutes. And we did it every day. And after a while, you can feel your heart open and you can feel you can send somebody metta or loving kindness when you need to. And for me personally, that was so important. My husband had Alzheimer's. He's passed away now. He passed away in November. But there was a time when he was argumentative and physically violent, and it was really hard. And I thought, this is how our relationship's going to end, with me bitter and angry. And I remembered metta. And I started doing 5 minutes a day to him of metta. And the anger and the resistance dissolved. He couldn't help it. It wasn't, it wasn't really him. It was the illness. But it's a wonderful tool to have in your arsenal, because there are times when you are angry or afraid of someone, like a boss or something, and you can't express it. You need to just somehow in yourself resolve it. And metta will let you do that so that you can become clear and, go back to work the next day or come back to church the next day with this person that irritates you to death. And you'll be fine, because it's a wonderful tool to have. But the basis is the clear mind that you get by meditating on a daily basis. So that's the side benefit that you get from a daily practice of meditation. So I really encourage you, if you'd like to have that kind of tool in your life, because we all have those situations where you just, your mother-in-law, the next door neighbor that does terrible things, but you can't change them. And so you're going to have to learn to live with it. It's really useful to have something to do yourself to change the situation. And that's what meditation gives you. My notes are at home on the kitchen table, but I think I've said most of what I planned to say. So we're going to do a longer meditation now. We're going to do 10 minutes. And I invite you to, again, relax, a lot of people begin a meditation period with 2 or 3 really deep breaths, really long and slow. That's a really good thing to do. I don't lead that because I find that doesn't work for me. But so we're going to meditate. So everybody got to focus. You know what you're going to focus on? Everybody got something you're going to use? Oh, no, I'm sorry. Duh, thank you, Adam. You had a wonderful look on your face saying, yeah, we're doing music. We're doing music. Adam's going to start music. And I invite you to focus on the music. So you just return your attention to the music. So this is partly an experiment, if you've used something else, to see how music works for you. Okay, so I'll bring the tingsha and then he will begin the That was 10 minutes. Was anybody able to attend to the thing they chose to focus on? Show of hands. Anybody? Go, good. And did anybody have a thought? Good, good. And were you able to return to attend to the music? How did the music work? Any comments? Tinka?
I really liked it. It was really easy for me. Except and I asked about this. I think we just listen to these. I sort of became one, and it's colors, and swirling, and movement, and dancing. And I liked it there. I didn't want to come back and just focus on listening to the music. I liked where I was. Then I come back to just listen to things. And I felt going back to that. It was very nice and peaceful. I liked it. And so I just kind of.
I think going with is fine, but we can talk about choosing a focus. You don't want to focus on somebody who irritates you. You don't want to, right, yeah, that would be bad. But you also, the point is, like a song often doesn't work because you'll think, you'll have thoughts about the song or remember memories or something, and that's not the idea. But I think that thing of colors and stuff, that happens. I mean, I just think that's a natural reaction to to music. Grace, you want?
When you see the colors and the swirling, is that still part of it?
I would say, Linda says no. Linda is more of a trained person about this. But I've had meditation teachers who would say, you get what you get. If you choose music as a focus, but often, like if you choose the breath, after a little while, there's nothing, it doesn't elicit any other memories or thoughts. And so it's neutral, and that's what you're looking for. Yeah. But I love this music, so I thought it was really neat. Bill.
Is it possible to take, for example, one thing that there was a lot of times, but there's also a lot of food. So it's kind of interesting to take the food energy, maybe decide that was the flow of the space around them, and then the challenge being something that was structured to the temperature of the degree, with the spikes and formations, slow dancing, choral water is like really heavy water. Thing not to get that water to is the music to help.
Sounds like your head, microphone, please. I'm sorry? Microphone. Thanks, Kate. Yeah, it sounds like your head is a good place to live. So a couple more points. One, let me think now what. Oh, if you thought about making changes in your life, like you want to lose some weight, or your finances need some attention, or there's a relationship you need to deal with, and you're not sure what to do first. The thing about meditating first is it does clarify your priorities, and you'll find at the end of 8 weeks, your priorities are just clear. You don't have to worry so much. And I just think that's one of the benefits of meditation, that it does give you clarity, which is so helpful. The other thing, when you think about next steps, there's this wonderful meditation class here at the church on Thursday mornings at 9 o'clock. Some of us gather in the annex right now and meditate. And the people in that group are good meditators. And the meditation, you pick up on other people's energy. And so many people report they get much deeper in a meditation session if they're in a group. When I started meditating, this was transcendental meditation back in a think tank I was working at in Cambridge, Massachusetts. And we used to have a lunchtime meditation session. And it was just incredible. It was really effective. Very good. So there's that. No, that's my 2 points. Okay, are we up to benediction yet? We're gonna do, I'm sorry?
It comes after the hymn.
Oh, okay, so I'll bring it back up.
Real quickly, On behalf of the church, I want to apologize for the unauthorized use of copyrighted content. Thanks to those choices, we're now all breaking the law. But now it's time for our closing hymn, which is Blue Boat Home. Please sit back and listen quietly.
Sun, my sail, and moon, my rudder, as I ply the starry sea, leaning over the edge in wonder, casting questions into the deep, drifting here with my ship's companions, all we kindred pilgrim souls, making our way by the light of the heavens in a beautiful blue boat home. I give thanks to the waves upholding me, and the great winds urging me on. Read the infinite sea before me, sing the sky my sailor song. I was born upon the fathoms, never harbor or port I have known. The wide universe is the ocean I travel, and the earth is my blue boat home.
The many names for church friend. This is adapted from the Janet Bowerling writing. Blessed is the church friend who feeds and warms and comforts a friend and soothes them in illness, for they shall be called caregiver. Blessed is the church friend who gives shelter and food, clothing, books, and tools, for they shall be called provider. Blessed is the church friend who opens doors in a member's experience, who explains the puzzling and wonders of the mysterious, for they shall be called teacher. Blessed is the church friend who shields a church member from that which will wither or warp, who protects a person from abuse and exploitation, who guards against bullying and scorn, for they shall be called defender. Blessed is the person who takes the time to listen, who is there for a church member in the darkness, who is aware of the fears, who speaks the words of encouragement in moments of despair, for they shall be called sustainer. Blessed is the church member who guides a church person in the search for beauty, who encourages them at what is daunting, who steadies them as they explore new experiences, who fires their aspirations and their dreams, for they shall be called inspirer. Blessed are all these persons who help bring members of our church along the many paths to maturity, for in them is the future well-being of humanity.
Thank you, Pat, for sharing your valuable time and insights with us this morning. It is sincerely appreciated, and we look forward to hearing from you again soon. Pat will be able to speak to anyone who would like to come up to her during the lunch session for any questions that any of you may have. So I guess we can go on to lunch. Thank you very much.